Hello, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, art history enthusiasts and visual culture aficionados. It's me again, Miss M, and I'm back with another video. This time, once again, about Hunter Biden. And this is the painting that we're going to discuss today, Untitled on YUPO, number 53. We always start here when we talk about Hunter Biden. This is our base camp, the Georges Berger Gallery website and their page about Hunter Biden. Now, today, like I said in the last video, I have once again located this article in the New York Times. In the New York Times from February 2020, updated August 2021. Here he is, smiling, happy, joyful, beaming, one could even say, in his studio, in his pool house that's been converted into a studio somewhere in Southern California. Oh, Los Angeles. Okay, they go ahead and tell you he's in Los Angeles. Great. But here we are again. And at this point in the week, it's probably when this video drops or whatever it's called. It's going to be Friday, March 4th. And I'm starting here again at this is the homepage of my YouTube channel, and as you can see, there are a couple missing because I'm making this ahead of time. But this week I covered the Virgin of Guadalupe, and now I'm covering Hunter. I'll be getting back into the groove with regard to The Shining. That is not an easy, let me tell you, that is not an easy movie to talk about, but I'm on a mission. I am going to do it. I'm going to finish it. It's going to take weeks. It might take all year if I do like roughly one video about The Shining per week or every other week, depending on my schedule. But I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get every 3-minute segment of that movie discussed on this channel in my collection, in my Shining collection. But, what was I going to say? I'm going to branch out. So I already have started that with my Virgin of Guadalupe video. In the upcoming videos, I'm going to do movie reviews / reactions. Not really reactions, because I'm not going to be watching them in real time for you to hear what I have to say while I'm watching the movie. No, I'm going to watch the movie and then come back and review it and say what I think. And yeah, I guess react to the experience of having watch the movie. I just watched The Exorcist last night. I've never watched it before. Don't make fun of me, but I was always afraid of that movie because of all the hype surrounding it. And then I said last night, let me just watch The Exorcist finally. So I got to watching it, and I said, this isn't so scary. Why is everybody like terrified of this movie? It's not that bad. But maybe it's not that bad by today's standards, and maybe, when it was released in the early 1970s, maybe it was terrifying to that, for that time, to those people at that time. So I don't know. But I've got plenty to say about The Exorcist. And the next one that I haven't watched yet, because again, the hype, it's a scary movie, it's a horror movie, I'm terrified, is the movie Hereditary. But I'm going to make myself watch it, and I'm gonna do a review for you, a review / reaction. And who knows, maybe even those will turn into series, because there's a lot. I mean a lot to discuss in those, I know for sure, in The Exorcist, and I'm pretty sure in Hereditary too. So I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna continue with my church series. I did my Virgin of Guadalupe video already. I'm gonna do Notre Dame. Gonna do the life of Christ in art. I'm gonna do just religion in art, Christianity in art, and I'm gonna continue doing that. I'm gonna do my prehistoric art intro video and my Egyptian art intro video. Like I said, I'm gonna keep going with The Shining. Gonna keep going with Hunter, and again, I might start doing book reviews, art reviews, exhibition reviews. And if you have a request for me to review something or look at something and say what I think, or say what I see, rather. Maybe not so much what I think, but what I see. Let me know. If you have a movie that you think that is related to what I'm doing here or would fit in with what I'm doing here, let me know and I'll probably take a look at it and maybe do a video on it. So there's that. So let's, now that I've got all of that out the way, I want to get to talking about the Hunter painting that I want to discuss today. And before I really, really, really get into talking about the Hunter Biden painting that I want to discuss today, please don't forget the giveaway. The deadline for that is, I believe, March 15th. If, it's all of the information is in the description, but I'll try to remind you again at the end of this video. But with all of that out the way, let's get started. Here we are again at the George Berger Gallery website, Hunter Biden page. There he is. Look at him. Look, he is staring intensely at whoever is looking at this photograph. He is staring deliberately. He wants to let you know he's watching you. Whoever you are. Whoever you are who's here at this, and at this gallery website, looking at the page of his artworks, whoever you are, Hunter wants you to know he's looking at you. And what I thought, these shades on top of his head, which we've seen repeated in his artwork, are interesting. So they're a viewing device. So he's got them at the ready on his head. And he's got this. Look at his hand. I assume this is his left hand. Again, if the photo hasn't been flipped. Look at it. It's not really holding his head up. Those fingers are not doing very much as far as support. No. But it's a gesture. This hand, in religious art, it's a gesture that I won't discuss now because I didn't plan on discussing this now. Because if I had planned on discussing it now, I would have gotten my tabs ready. But no, I just noticed this. Look at this. Look at his hand. It's backwards, but it is a gesture that is often seen in religious art. If you know what it is, this is kind of a test to see if you're on the same page or the same wavelength as I am. If you can identify this and you know what it is and you know where it comes from, let me know in the comments. I would love to see if anybody's looking at these images, including this photo of Hunter, the same way that I am. So anyway, moving on. And like I said, I found this. I found it finally. It's not behind a paywall today. I don't know why, but thank goodness. I just put this here just in case we need it. We might not. We might not. This article, for some reason, is very informative. The way I read it, anyway. But today we're discussing, look at all these paintings that I haven't done yet. Oof, this is going to be a long series. And, okay, I'm late, but what do they say? Better late than never. Untitled on YUPO, number 53. This is the one we're discussing today. I will enlarge it. But before I enlarge it, let me give you the vital statistics of the painting itself. It's mixed media on YUPO, and the size is 29.5 by 82 inches. Okay, so it's 29.5 high and 82 inches wide. Let me click on it. This is a very wide painting. What did I say in one of my videos? 72 inches, that's 6 feet. So this thing is 6 feet and 10 inches in width. You need a big wall to display this. Lots of space. Lots of wide space. And you can't just crowd it in with a whole bunch of other stuff. No, this painting needs plenty of space of its own, and then plenty of space around it so you can appreciate it. Heaven knows how much it costs, but probably a lot. Like I said, I know I can't afford it, but 29.5 this way and 82 this way. That's huge. That's huge. Okay. And let's just get into it. Look at this. What does this look like? To me, in my opinion, when I look at this, I see water. And I don't mean water like an ocean or a lake or a stream or a river or even a swimming pool, which we're going to see in the next video when I discuss the next painting that I'm going to discuss. No, I mean the bottom of the water, the ocean floor, the floor of the lake, the whatever. And I see algae, I see seaweed, I see bacteria, I see coral, possibly. All kinds of under the water plants and organisms. Maybe this is even a depiction of microorganisms at the bottom of the water. Something like that. And for some reason, for Hunter, this is important to show to us, the viewer. Okay, he wants people to see this. And again, that's why I wanted to bring up this article. His technique, right? I wanted to remind you of this picture where he's blowing these bubbles onto the paper, right? And you see, these are created by Hunter's breath. I think these round things that seem to be present in almost all of his paintings, or like a huge number of them, or a huge majority of them. These bubbles, these air bubbles. Remember what I said: breath, air, speaking, talking, an utterance, bringing a story or an idea into existence. You have to say it out loud. Your ideas, if they stay in your head and you never talk about them, you never write about them, you never put them down for people to see, they're going to remain in your head. Okay, that's why talking and communication is so important. But at the same time, talking and communication has a certain predetermined structure that we as human beings are forced to work with, whether we like it or not. And that is why Hunter, where is he? There he is. Is there any more pictures of him? Oh, there he is. Okay. Communication. That's why Hunter, I believe, that's why Hunter is dealing with stories, narratives, etc., and so on and so forth. He's trying to explore where they come from, why they're there, what purpose do they serve, are they okay, are they good, are they bad, are they obsolete, do they need to be redone? I think that's what he's talking about in his paintings. So anyway, this one, Untitled on YUPO, number 53. I think this is the bottom of the ocean. Water. Ocean or lake. And when I say lake, I'm saying lake for a reason in relation to Hunter's photos. But Hunter's paintings. Lake. But whatever body of water he's discussing here is the bottom of it. All right? It's the bottom. It's not the surface. No. This is deep. I think this is a depiction of the depths of the water, the very bottom of it, where some would say that is the origin of the creation of the world. And when I say this, I mean it. This, again, he's dealing with mythology. The cosmic ocean or the primordial waters is the first thing I thought of when I looked at this. I'm giving you both perspectives, from far away and then this close-up. This is the best I can do, right? A cosmic ocean or celestial river is a mythological motif found in the mythology of many cultures and civilizations, representing the world or cosmos as enveloped by primordial waters. In ancient creation texts, the primordial waters are often represented as originally having filled the entire universe, being the first source of the gods' cosmos, with the act of creation corresponding to the establishment of an inhabitable space separate from the enveloping waters. Okay, Fox card. also called Varkash in Middle Persian, is the name of the cosmic ocean. In the first creation story of the Bible, the world is also created as a space inside of the water, and is hence surrounded of it. And God saith, Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Okay, and here's all the sea also. The sea also, I'll let you explore this on your own. As always, all of these links that I'm discussing, all my little Wikipedia pages, will be in the description of underneath the video. Chaos. Okay. New. I'm going to talk about this one. New. Or noon. Right? And all of these different things. The river Styx. Oh, good heavens. But these are all good things to look at. Look at whatever you think would be, whatever looks interesting to you when you hover over these links, okay? You don't have to look at all of them, but whatever catches your eye. And I said, primordial waters, cosmic ocean. That's what I think is being depicted here. The bottom of it. The bottom of it. The deep, deep depths. The very bottom of the depths. The source of everything, according to mythology anyway. And again, that's what he's dealing with here. New. I wanted to talk about this. This is an Egyptian mythology. And like I said, I'm going to be doing an intro to Egyptian art soon. I don't know when, but in the upcoming weeks soon. I've noticed in the course of making these videos that it's a lot more work than I assumed. Of course, I'm going to still keep doing it, but I think I'm going to reduce my upload days to like 2 days a week, because if I don't reduce it to 2 days a week, I'm going to get burnt out. Again, this is not the only thing I do. I work 2 jobs. I have a long to-do list that I'm on. I'm always behind on that, and this is kind of a hobby and fun for me. And I think educational for me definitely, hopefully for you too. But like I said, I'm going to do an intro to Egyptian art and an intro to prehistoric art. I can't wait to do those. It's going to be in the upcoming weeks, in the middle of all my other videos, The Shining, Hunter, my movie reviews that I want to do, my art reviews, my book reviews. Oh my goodness. So many things I want to talk about. But new, look at this. New. Also, Ninu, Nunu, and Nun. The feminine Nonet, also Nunut, Nui, Net, Nunet, is the deification of the primordial watery abyss in the Hermopolitan Ogdoad cosmogony of ancient Egyptian religion. The name is paralleled with Nem, inactivity, in a play of words. I raised them up out of the watery mass, Nu, out of inactivity, Nen. The name has also been compared to the Coptic noun abyss, or deep. Nu is one of the 8 deities of the Ogdoad, representing ancient Egyptian primordial chaos, from which the primeval mound appeared. He is coupled with the goddess Naunet, and appears in anthropomorphic form, but with the head of a frog. Oh dear. No cult is addressed to Nun, but he is typically depicted in ancient Egyptian art holding aloft the solar bark or the sun disk. He may appear greeting the rising sun in the guise of a baboon. Remember we talked about the rising sun last time? I think it was last time. Was it last time? Wait, let me check. Why can I... No, not last time, but the time before last time. Where's my videos? There they are. Okay. Oh, well, this one just dropped. Hello, church announcements. Oh, this one. Okay, Untitled number 1. I talked about the rising sun in Japanese mythology, and the way I think Hunter is using it in his art here. again, I could be just seeing things and interpreting things that aren't there. But I don't think so. I think there's something going on. And in any case, these are my videos. I can say what I want. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, the he may appear greeting the rising sun. Yeah, Japan is the land of the rising sun. In the guise of a baboon. Noon is otherwise symbolized by the presence of a sacred cistern or lake, as in the sanctuaries of Karnak and Dendera. The name is spelled phonetically with, oh dear, no, I'm not going to get into that. But this is interesting too. This is interesting too. And didn't really talk about this in my intro to Mesopotamian art video or my Inanna video, but I will talk about it in the prehistoric art video and then coming up the Egyptian art video. These hieroglyphs, they're teensy weensy little pictures. This is where language comes from. Okay? This is where language comes from. Teensy weensy little pictures. And these pictures depict people, animals, natural phenomena like water. Okay, this is the hieroglyph for water. Zigzag lines. This thing. This reminds me of the pole of Inanna that we discussed in the Inanna video. It's all connected, you guys. It's all connected. It's all connected. Prehistoric is connected to what we saw going on in Mesopotamia, is connected to what's going on in ancient Egyptian mythology and art, is connected to Greece, is connected to Rome, is connected to everything else. And other cultures on planet Earth have not the same, no, but they have similar myths and similar ways of discussing whatever it is that they're discussing and dealing with whatever it is that they're dealing with. You gotta wonder why. It looks very much like, Hunter. Hunter is definitely wondering why. Look at that face. He's wondering why. He's and he's trying to figure it out by doing these paintings. This is his way of just trying to make sense of it all. At least that's what I think is going on. Anyway, so new. Okay, the primordial waters, the watery mass, the mound, the primeval mound, which is later called the Ben, as you can see in the pop-up there. And that is the top of the pyramid. That's the capstone of the pyramid, the Ben. Okay? And again, I'm going to be doing some videos on Egyptian art. But let me just keep it going. Keep it moving. The abyss. The abyss in the Bible. The abyss is an unfathomably deep or boundless place. The term comes from the Greek, meaning bottomless, unfathomable, boundless. It is used both as an adjective and a noun. It appears in the Septuagint, the earliest Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible. And we're going to talk about this when I talk about my I was going to say my Shining video. No, this time my Exorcist video. The priest, I think, what was his name? Damien Karras, Father Damien Karras. Happens to be Greek in that movie. That is very significant. But I'll talk about that when we get to it in that video. Anyway, it appears in the Septuagint, the earliest Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible, and in the New Testament, it translates the Hebrew words, I'm not even going to try, deep, and sea deep, or deep flood, and spacious place. In the original sense of the Hebrew tehom, the abyss was the primordial waters, or chaos, out of which the ordered world was created. The term could also refer literally to the depths of the sea, the deep source of a spring, or the interior of the earth. Okay? The abyss, where everything comes from, that everything was created from. And I am tempted, now that I'm talking about this, me and my tangents, I always go off on tangents, you're just going to have to get used to that. Like I said, I'm going to do movie reviews. I'm going to do like reviews of famous episodes, or I think notable episodes of old TV shows. I already talked, well, I didn't do a review of it, but I talked about Alfred Hitchcock Hour, The Sign of Satan, in my, in this video. Iconography, is it a sign? I'm going to talk about another episode of the Alfred Hitchcock Hour, but just on its own. I'm not going to use it as a tool to talk about something else. Like in that video, I was talking about iconography and iconology and whatever. No, and disguised symbolism. But no, I'm going to do like just a video all to itself of the episode of the Alfred Hitchcock Hour that is called The Jar, based on a story by Ray Bradbury. I'm going to do that eventually. But, so, the abyss. Where does it all come from? Where does it all come from? And according to all these religions, all these ancient religions, it comes from water. Okay? It comes from water. This is the bottom of it. This is the bottom of it. Are these like, I wasn't a very good student when it came to biology, but are these these single-celled organisms that the world started off with, and whatever it is that you learned in biology class, how their creation myth of how everything got started, right? The religious things, the mythologies, they have one explanation. Your biology class has another explanation, and so on and so forth. I was never good at that. I was much better at reading stories and looking at art, as you can probably figure out. But is that what Hunter is exploring in this painting? The beginning? The origin? Or is he trying to just question the origin? Is he discussing it as it appears in mythology, from what I've told you? This and this, right? Or is he saying, okay, this is what they've told us, these stories, this is what they've been telling us all of these years in school, in church, or in whatever religion, that you might know about or follow or whatever. These are the stories that you've been told your whole life, in literature, in movies, in art, at school, at home, everywhere you look, everywhere you turn. These ideas are repeated over and over again in daily life, in the media that you look at, of all different kinds. Is he saying, okay, like really, what's going on? Is he asking, is Hunter, where is he? Him and those eyeglasses of his. Is he asking, through this art, is he asking what is really going on? Should we question those stories? Should we question those stories? Do they make sense? Does it matter whether or not they make sense? Is that what he's asking? I don't know. That's why I'm making these videos, because I'm trying to figure it out. But there you have it. I think that's it for today as far as my exploration of Hunter Biden's artwork, this painting anyway. The Untitled. And this is on YUPO. It's Untitled on YUPO, the tree-free paper from Japan. YUPO. YUPO. Okay. He loves his YUPO. There. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, so that's it for now. That's it for today. like I said, don't forget to look at the description. I provided the instructions and the link if you want to enter my giveaway. Like I keep saying, the steps are: number 1, subscribe; number 2, go to that video, watch it, and leave a comment. Put the word giveaway in your comment, and in your comment tell me what you think of the video. And most importantly, make sure that I can contact you in the about section of your YouTube page. I need to see this, where I can click on it and see an email address and be able to click on it and email you and let you know that you've won. Other than that, do I have anything else to say? No, I don't. In the next episode, I guess, of my Hunter Biden series, I'm going to talk about this one, Hackney. More water, as you can see. And we'll discuss that. I think I'm going to have a lot more links and tabs lined up for that one than I do for this one. But until then, I hope everybody stays well and goes out and looks at art and reads books about art and explores and thinks about art. But until then, I guess I will go ahead and bid you bye-bye. So, bye-bye, everybody.